I'm Tracy Bingaman. I'm a full-time working mom of 5 who got sick, burned out, quit my job, and now I teach women how to mom smarter, not harder. The pressures of modern motherhood are intense. You're a busy working mom juggling all the balls and living in fear of dropping the exact wrong one. Here you'll find the tools you've been searching for to confidently prioritize your life and optimize your ability to rock all the hats that you choose to wear. I'll show you how to break through your limiting beliefs so you'll have more time and more money than you know what to do with. Because even in the busiest seasons of life, you can grow to master your money, own your time, and be the mom with all the margin. This is Fulfilled as a Mom. If you're an entrepreneur, I have a question for you. Do you want to be making more money in your business? What does it cost you when your marketing and sales processes aren't smooth and consistent? If you're a business owner who wants more clients, you're definitely going to want to check out the Uncensored Society podcast. It is a business podcast that helps you to create systems and how to problem solve using concrete, practical strategies that you can apply to your business right away. They don't hold anything back. They have no secrets. This podcast teaches you everything you need to know about business. Visit uncensoredsocietypodcast.com to listen and start generating cash flow so that you can live the life you deserve today. Today, I want to take a minute to unpack imposter syndrome. So this is something that has been sort of swirling around in my mind. I've encountered it in a couple of different parts of my life. Most recently, I was listening to a podcast with a super successful woman who I admire, interviewing another super successful, awesome, billion-dollar CEO. She was amazing, and her advice was so great. I get halfway through the interview, and they both start talking about how in the last week, they have felt these twinges of feeling like an imposter. And I was like, are you kidding me? These two people are killing it. They're thought leaders in their industry. They're doing an amazing job. They're inspiring so many people. They're teaching and sharing. They're really down to earth. They don't hold anything back. And they're just very straightforward in the way that they show up in the world. And yet, still they are struggling with these feelings of not being worthy or not being skilled enough or not being the best person to do it. Or these questions like, what if I fail? What if this was all a fluke and I really don't belong here? What if everyone else knows more than I do and I am the only one in this room who really doesn't deserve to be here, really doesn't belong in this space, really doesn't know enough or hasn't done enough, don't have anything to share or teach about. And I was just scratching my head because as someone who has felt imposter syndrome in the teaching space and in the coaching space and in starting this show and in connecting with you and in sharing my truth, I thought that imposter syndrome was limited to before you've made it, before you have this big following and this huge company and all of these amazing things that you can say look at these objective items of proof that I have been successful. And so when those things happen, you would think that in your mind you would say, okay, I thought I wasn't worthy. I thought this wasn't a good idea. I thought it was unproven, but then I went and did it. So I proved that I was worthy. And in proving that you were worthy and proving that you could do it, that immediately all of those thoughts of I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy enough would be washed away by your success. But then I got to thinking about the times when I felt like an imposter, when I felt like I wasn't confident enough or I wasn't sure that things were going to work out. And it turns out that you could be super successful and have the job that you want and be doing the things that you love. And still there are these twinges of feeling like you're not worthy. You're not the best mom. You're not showing up well for your kids. You're not, you don't know everything about things you need to do at work. You're not showing up as a good wife. And as seasons get busier, you can get super critical about the ways that you're not showing up well for yourself or for the people that you love in your life. Are you looking for a way to entertain your little one that does not involve the use of screens? If you're a mom of kids between the ages of 3 and 9, then you will definitely want to check out Goop Tales. It's a podcast with over 1 million downloads, 100 episodes, and it's hands down the best kid storytelling podcast that you've probably never heard of. The Goops are these adorable little creatures with naughty character traits that gets them into trouble, and it sends them straight out of the Goop world and into adventures all around the world. Your kids will learn about other countries and cultures while also sparking important conversations about character traits. I just finished listening to episode 109 with my kids during dinner cleanup. And in it, this character Negotiati goes to this cool market and they loved it. Visit gooptales.com to listen or look them up anywhere you get your podcasts. So if you've been feeling those twinges of I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not insert any adjective enough to show up well in this season, you are not alone in that feeling. And there are some things that you can do to feel better about your abilities. So one of them is to look back and say, hey, look at all that I've done. Look at all of the things that I've conquered, all of the hardships that have knocked me down and I have stood back up again. All of the things that you have gotten the job and made the transition and survived early motherhood. All of those things that you have done are proof that you are enough, that you are worthy. And you don't have to have done things to be worthy, but sometimes the way that our brain works, they want proof, right? They have this question there, I don't think I'm good enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. But if you look and show your brain, these are times when I was good enough. These are times when I did do the thing. These are times when I survived, even though it was hard. It will start to prove to you that this is just another example of that same thing, that you can do it, that you are worthy. The second thing is getting in the habit of being confident. So being confident is somewhat of an antidote to this imposter syndrome. So if you can start to feel really confident in yourself, in your abilities, in your ability to learn, because it doesn't even necessarily have to be, I know exactly what to do. I have these specific skills. But if you have the ability to learn, you can figure it out. Marie Forleo is famously quoted for saying, and she has a book titled Everything is Figure Outable, which is just a really great life motto. Like, if you don't know, you can figure it out. And it's fine not to know, but being confident in your ability to learn and grow and pivot and adapt to what life is asking you, that is a skill. And you have that skill. How do I know? Because you have used it 6 times today and about 1,000 times this week. You have figured out how to navigate each and every situation that has come up in your life, and you have done it with grace. And maybe you're judging the way that you did it, but the bottom line is that you did do it. If this is an area that you're struggling in, I would love to invite you to join me it's a 5-day More Confident You challenge. So join this group of moms who are on a quest to feel better about themselves and be more confident about the way that they show up in the world, and to not apologize for their authentic selves and to stop filtering who they are for those around them. So if you want to join us, go to tracybingaman.com/challenge, and I will start sending you emails. It'll be just what you need to hear that day. Each email has an action item that you can do in 2 to 5 minutes, because I know that you're busy and I know that you're rushing and I know that you have somewhere to be, but showing up in that place as a more confident version of you is super important. So head to tracybingaman.com/challenge to check it out and to really bolster your confidence, which is going to help you to tamp down some of those feelings of being an imposter. Honestly, it never really goes completely away, as evidenced by those 2 badass CEOs who are both saying, yeah, I sometimes still feel like I'm not sure that I belong, like I'm questioning my abilities. And so I don't think that never feeling like an imposter again is the goal. But if it's something that's really been bothering you, what steps can you take to increase your confidence, to identify those thoughts of feeling like you don't feel confident, you don't feel like you have the skills, and to create a mechanism in your mind where you change the script and you say, if it's, I've never done this before, you might say like, I don't know how to do that yet, but I'm willing to learn. How do you change the narrative in your own mind? So it's not, I can't, I won't, I don't, I'm sure I'll fail, to I'm willing to try, I'm willing to learn, I'm willing to pivot and adapt to what is being asked of me in this season or in this specific situation, because you are infinitely more capable than you have been giving yourself credit for. And the same is true for me. So if we can ditch those limiting beliefs and start to feel more confident in the way that we're showing up for the world, we will leave the world a better place than we found it. And that is really awesome goal. Sometimes having your impact on other people being the goal is more worthy in your mind than having it be sort of self-serving or selfish, that you just want to feel better. So think about how you can show up to serve the rest of the world, because you do belong in those places and you are capable of learning new things, of figuring it out, of solving the problems. And I'm here along the way to help you. I can't wait to see you inside of that confidence challenge to help you with some of those feelings of being an imposter. Until next time, keep taking one more step to become fulfilled as a mom, and I will see you later.
I'm doing a victory dance right now because you did it. You took the time to tune in, to reach for a better life, and to take care of you. Did our time together go by way too fast for anyone else? Head to fulfilledasamom.com for show notes and all the discount codes from today's show. You now have the tools and knowledge to change your life. Go blaze your trail, take that step, make the shift, and do the work to create fulfillment in your life today.